Hello guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon XY analysis video. In this video we're going to be looking over the second half of the first trailer and analysing some more of the images. So if we start with the first one here, we see Froakie. It's the water type starter Pokemon. We've got the different names and languages here. Froakie, Grinoose, Froxy, etc. Let's look at the character design for a second. It looks pretty cool, yeah. We got a frog, obviously. It's kind of got gloves on, I would assume, on its hands, kind of a sort of looks like a backpack, but it's just kind of like a fur, I suppose, on its back. The gloves kind of suggest to me that it might be a fighting type in the end, just because of that. But yeah, I'm not really sure what type it would go into. I'm hoping not another water ground, because that would get annoying. So, but we'll have to see about that. If we look at the next image here, which is it coming out in battle again, as we saw in the last video, you can see the battle kind of station platform coming out from the bottom of him, and it's probably from a Pokeball, yeah, just like jumping up, I don't know, something like that. And we see at the bottom left we have 4 Pokemon this time, instead of the 1, I think it was, or 6 as we had last time. And then the camera zooms in here, or zooms out here, and Froakie kind of stands up, and then we get the zoom in again as we got with the other 2, which looks like a stable feature now, which is pretty cool. Looking at the next feature, we see Froakie here against a damn it, I've forgotten the name of the Pokemon. It'll come to me in a second. No, it's not Chimchar. That'd be stupid. Not Pansage, not Panpour. Oh dear. No, oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, it's that Pokemon. We know what it is. Except I don't. Damn my memory. Pansear, there we are. Got it in the end. Okay. Anyway, so we see Froakie facing off against the Pansear. I'm assuming Froakie is our Pokemon and Pansear is the wild one. Then we see Froakie jump up to do an attack, so kind of it jumps up and then it's going to use the attack. And then in the next image, you see it comes like jumps down again, and we see here again like the hand, and then kind of like kind of awesome kind of station to stand up, if you know what I mean. And I assume that would mean that kind of this is its default image for something's going to fire. Kind of, it always does that move and then fires a water beam or a mud shot, whatever it would be. So I think they're not going to have individual kind of clips for each single attack. That would be just stupid, because they wouldn't be able to fit it all on one game card. And then the next image we see here, Froakie then uses the water gun, I would assume, kind of charge it up around his mouth and start shooting it, and then powers it out, sort of. And then here is Pansage getting the full force of this blow, and then being hurt by it. Here in this image we see a Patrat. That's right, isn't it? I think it's right, I'm not sure. So Patrat's back, obviously, and I assume Patrat is, I'm not sure whether it's ours or a wild one. So if we show the next image, I think Patrat is our Pokemon here, because kind of we're watching it get attacked, and it's not it's not kind of on the right hand side like the other ones were. So we see Froakie kind of like fly into him, and then kind of dive at him, and then twist around him sort of, and then kind of end up over there, and then over here, and then disappear again, and that's that. Oh yeah, that's that image. I don't know what, it might be Fury Swipes again, might be Quick Attack. That should be pretty, actually it might be Quick Attack. That's my prediction for this episode. It's Quick Attack. It's Quick Attack. If when Pokemon X and Y come out it is Quick Attack, then you will be fans. Yeah. Looking at the next image here, we see our protagonist, the male protagonist, running in a forest. And if you watch the video, you can see there's this girl behind him, kind of at the bottom of the screen right now, is following him. So it might be one of the little quests where you have to guide them through the forest or help them do something in the forest, as with Doe and Pearl, where you have to guide, I forgot her name, through, I've forgotten the forest name, but yeah, you know what I mean. And then if you see on the right hand side of the image here, we have the grass, sort of. So we can see it's not just simple grass, it's, it's more deep and crowded now. And we see over to the far left just another NPC right there. First time I saw this image, I thought it was a Viridian Forest. I was like, is that Viridian Forest? But then obviously looking at it closer, it wouldn't be. Next image we can see as we run left, the character is again following us. and we just moved a bit more over. I like the lighting in this image, kind of comes through the shafts of the trees and gets nice lighting on the floor. And then we see again here us running further and more grass being there. Then we see this is what's going to look like when we have wild Pokemon battle. We are going to run in, encounter it, and then we're going to get a shot of grass. And we can't tell what Pokemon it is yet, but then when we zoom in past the grass, we see it's Pikachu, and the grass kind of recedes, and then we zoom into Pikachu's face, and we get a wild Pikachu appeared. And in this shot here, it's a gym. I'm going to take a guess. It says Psychic Gym because it kind of like jumps in, the ground kind of forms around her. So I think we can assume that. We also see pathways to the right and to the left, and also some might be pathways below. And there's an NPC there below as well. Look there, right there, right there. So it's obviously Psychic Gym. We might have just teleported back from beating the gym leader, so that's why it might have all just formed. But, you know, you can see pathways going off, so that's obviously the way down to fight the gym leader. And in the next image, you see the fully formed gym here. And then you see a kind of doorway just at the bottom of this shot, which is obviously the way in and out. And then, yeah, kind of, it just looks like a house gym normally, doesn't it? So, it might be kind of a tricky gym you might have to figure out or something like that, which would be pretty cool. In the next screenshot here, we see a Litwick about to use an attack. It's a fire attack because it's Litwick. We see some flames at the bottom. Kind of zooms in and gets some streak lines, and then zooms out again, and you goes back to the enemy, which is a Psyduck, and then the flames build a bit, and then turns around onto the Psyduck as we've seen before. Flames build more, and then Psyduck gets hit by this attack. I'm not sure what it would be. Might be burn, as a random guess. But yeah, actually it's not burn. That is not burn. It might be, I don't know, flamethrower? No. We see Psyduck gonna get caught in the vortex. It might be fire spin. That would be a good guess. And in this screenshot, we see an Audino versus a damn it, Weevil. That's it, Weevil. I think it's Weevil. Yes, Weevil. I'm a bit rusty at the moment. Anyway, so we see an Audino here about to use an attack on a Weevil, and then it kind of zooms up into the sky, and a star flies past, which I would assume is a wish. That's what happens in previous games. A star would fly over the battlefield, but obviously now we've got this new cool kind of battle set up, so we can look into the sky and see the star coming down. In this screenshot, we can see another gym, and it's on a kind of spider web, so I'm assuming it's a bug gym. And then we can see jumping around, and you kind of bounce downwards in this screenshot, and then bounce up again. As you see, if there's a difference from the first screenshot to the last one, all the bubbles have gone. So one of the puzzles in this gym might be trying to get the bubbles in the right place. But, you know, who knows. We can see a trainer to the left and to the right as well, so obviously this is a Pokemon gym. And in the background there's a kind of another sort of platform, and that's probably where the gym leader is situated in this gym. In this screenshot we can see a mouse sort of thing. I don't know its name. I don't know the Gen 5 names. I really need to learn them. Against a Dratini. And then it kind of spins around as the mouse thing, yep, uses the attack or charges the attack up, and then kind of throws it, and then it flies over to Dratini, and then Dratini gets hit by it. So it might be Focus Blast, a random guess, or something like that. And then this screenshot we can see here, it might be a gym, but I highly doubt it. I would assume this is the Elite Four, or one of the stages of the Elite Four. Just because of the sheer size of it. Unless they move gyms so much more amazing that you have a whole room like this just leading up to the gym leader. But I very doubt it. It's probably an Elite Four part. I can't see the member of the Elite Four, so you know, I don't know. And the next screenshot here, we see the flames from the kind of the holes there, fly up as you walk past, I would assume. So, you know, adding in cool surround effects. And then we see here the camera zooms onto you when you run forward. So, you know, again, we've got, like in black and white, as you move, the camera kind of moves with you, which is cool. And then we go on to the not actual game footage. We see footage of Xerneas and Yveltal. This is Yveltal here, the Pokemon, the kind of mascot for Pokemon Y, which you'll see in a second. Kind of zooms in on his face here, kind of got a nice headdress, I would assume, or horns. A nice blue eye there, and then it zooms out, and you can see why he's the mascot for Pokemon Y, because he forms a Y shape. Pretty evident. Now I was reading a little interesting article about why they're named X, Y, and Z, or X and Y, and then we can assume the last one is Z. Because look, if you look at the character model for Yveltal, it's kind of red and kind of black kind of lines. So if you think about it, X, Y, and Z are sometimes used for main parts of the human body, sort of. I'm not too amazing on this subject, but, and if we look at it, if we were to compare this to something in the human body, it is blood and blood vessels and veins, because it looks like, running blood or such. So Y is in kind of whatever it is, biology or something like that, represents blood and blood vessels, sort of. And if we go to the next one, okay, in this image we see Yveltal fly towards us. And then we see a shot here of Xeranas. I don't know if I'm saying this name right, but... And then Xeranas zooms out, and we can see here that kind of it's got a nice... It's the X mascot, because its horns and then its legs, if put outwards, would form an X. Evident again. And then I think, if you look, kind of its horns kind of branch off. And this symbolises the nerves, which is the X part of the human body. Now, if there was going to be a sequel to Pokemon X and Y, which would evidently be Pokemon Z, the last component of the human body is, I think it's muscles. I'm not sure. So it would be something, around muscles and such like that, and obviously be shaped in the Z. So that's something to predict and look forward to. And that leads us on to the logos. This is the last image we want to look at. Obviously, the X represents Xerneas, and its the top, kind of spiky bits are its horns, and the Y shows Yveltal and its kind of form, and then at the end of it, each of its arms, I suppose, and its tail, it has kind of claws. So that's what the spikes on the end of the Y symbolise. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the analysis. There should be another video in a couple of days' time, because I've got something I also want to talk about. For Korokoro is linked towards the end of the week, which is when some new information should be coming out. So I'll be right onto that, and I'll be looking deeper into those images than anyone else. So, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Au revoir.